What's up guys, Christy here. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about planning meals as a large family. We are busy, we have tons of activities going on, and in today's video, I'm just gonna be sharing some of my tactics and tips and tricks and how I get prepared and organized to feed my family dinners for the entire week, even on those busy gymnastics, ballet, tap, and football days. Let's go. If you're new, I have 5 kids. We are very active. We got a lot going on. But first, I do have a confession. I used to stop at fast food a lot. I used to waste a lot of money, and I was not feeding my kids good food out of convenience in between practices. And frankly, I was just tired. I worked during the day, and it was just easier for me to pick up things. But no more, no more. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna be more prepared. I'm gonna be more organized. I wanna give a big thanks to P.O.Box for sponsoring this video. They have really helped me change my ways and get organized when it comes to feeding my family healthy and affordable and convenient dinners. And you all know I love to eat dinner as a family. It's a very important thing for a family to sit down and eat and talk about their day and just kind of connect on that level. Now let's keep it real. We can't always be organized all the time. We don't have pretty lists and all these things like most people don't. I don't have pretty lists and things. It's just about being conscious of what you have on hand. All I do is just like purchase meat, have the box delivered, and then I have my meal already planned out. Have steak on Monday. We'll have chicken on Tuesday. Actually, no, we don't have chicken on Tuesday. We have ground beef or ground turkey on Tuesdays because it's Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, we will have chicken. Thursday, we'll have pork. Friday, we'll have ribs. I'll put them in the crock pot. I love the pork ribs from P.O.Box. They taste absolutely amazing. Just add some very simple seasoning with a little bit of water and throw it in the crock pot, slow cook it all day. And it's literally like fall off the bone, yummy goodness. So good. There's nothing better than like a stressful day going back and forth from baseball and football practice to come home to the yummy smell of slow cooked barbecue ribs in the crock pot. It is a crowd pleaser and it's really good with some potato salad on the side. If you have things on hand, you're more likely to not stop somewhere and pick up something. If you know it's going to be a hard day, make sure you pop some ribs or something in the crock pot so that just when you walk in the house, it smells good, it's appetizing, and it'll stop you from ordering takeout. P.O.Box gives customers access to high quality meats at an affordable price, and you never have to pay for shipping. With P.O.Box, you get 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef, free-range organic chicken, heritage breed pork, and more delivered to your doorstep, saving you time and money. No matter where you live, every family now has access to high-quality cuts of meats at the most affordable prices. Not only does P.O.Box provide high-quality meats, but they taste absolutely delicious. Like I don't have to like tenderize it or anything like that. We had ribeyes last night and it was just like perfection. It was moist, it was perfect texture, it just melted in my mouth. Having these meats on hand makes meal planning a breeze. Their meat is at an unbeatable value. Average cost is less than $6 per meal. They also have wild caught seafood like salmon and scallops and cod. Sources from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards of quality. You choose your box and delivery frequency. They offer 5 different boxes, 4 curated box options, as well as the popular custom box, which I got, so you can get exactly what you and your family love. P.O.Box ships your order frozen at the peak of freshness and packed in an eco-friendly 100% recyclable box. My favorite thing about P.O.Box is I can feed my family high quality meats delivered straight to my door, and it helps me with meal planning. Having the protein and the meats and the seafoods on hand equips me with the tools for the main dish. And then I could just keep sides on hand and keep replenishing all those healthy sides, like vegetables and potatoes and rice. We only have rice occasionally because it's not that good for you, but we love it with steak. It tastes so good, especially when you do some grilled onions and mushrooms with a little butter, salt and pepper on the top. yum. That's like restaurant quality meals. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes, you know, the kids want to eat nuggets and they want to have pizza and things like that. And I love that too, because then I could just take out a nice fat ribeye steak and cook a special date night dinner meal for my husband and I after the kids have already gone to bed. So that's another reason why I love ButcherBox, not just to feed my whole family, but I will have like individually wrapped and sealed steaks and different meats on hand for like a special treat for my husband and I. I think to save money with large families, you need to buy those big bulk ones. And you don't always have time to like freezer wrap them individually to make sure that they stay super fresh, and you gotta like use it all up quick. So that's why I love ButcherBox, because they come individually sealed, so I can just take one out if I want to just cook for my husband and I. So to kick off the grilling season, you can get a barbecue bundle for free in your very first box. That is 2 New York strip steaks, 6 burgers, and 5 pounds of chicken drumsticks in your very first box. I'll go ahead and put the link below so that you can order and get your free food. Don't forget, shipping is always free, and you get lots of free food in your very first order. I keep some meat from ButcherBox in my refrigerator or freezer in the kitchen, the ones that I'm gonna use for the next couple days, and let me show you where I put the rest of them. I also have a freezer in the garage, and my biggest tip, which I have learned, is to always keep this stocked, but always keep it organized, because I have wasted food having just things just after a Costco or a Sam's Club trip, just like throwing things in here, and it has got lost, and I've had to like throw away frostbitten food. That's not cool. Like, we're not in the business to waste food here, especially with this large family, and we're trying to save money. So I actually got some like just like dollar store bins, things that I had on hand, and I organize it as best as I can. Up here I have like some fruit and yogurt and like sorbets. Oh my god, these are amazing, by the way, and these are for this weekend. And then here I have meats that I want to use up the rest of this month, like shrimp and ground beef and chicken and ground things like that. If I have it in a bin like this, it's easier for me to see like what I have on hand to make sure I use it up first. A lot of times we are wasting food and it just gets thrown in here after a Sam's Club or a Costco trip, and that's not cool. So another tip is just to really try, if you have a freezer in the garage, try to have it as organized as possible and use bins to avoid wasting food. It makes it very easy for meal planning just to be able to see all the meats that I have on hand, and these baskets really work. Here in the refrigerator, I have a strip loin steak because this was Ed's request. He wants to have it with like steak and eggs today, kind of like a breakfast type thing with some onions. So we're gonna have that for lunch since he's coming home a little bit early. Asking my family what they want really takes like the second guessing out of like, what should I plan? I don't know what to make. I just ask them and I deliver. This is kind of messy up here right now, but you know, mom life, I'm not perfect, but I always have like lettuce and salads and mushrooms and spinach, and there's some Brussels sprouts back there. Oh, here's some broccoli. I always have tons of vegetables on hand. Having a ton of vegetables on hand, I can literally throw together any of these with any protein main dish, and the more vegetables, the better, because if I didn't have a bunch of vegetables on hand, I'm more likely to like make a pasta or rice or potatoes or something else that's not as healthy as vegetables. So always pack your fridge with vegetables and rotate, go accordingly. Like this salad needs to be finished today because I bought this before anything else. So I always eat what's been in here longer and then go on to the fresher things in the fridge. So I don't have a list on here right now, but sometimes it's just easy to just do like a really quick, easy list. Just what proteins you have on hand, what vegetables you have on hand in order of when you purchase them. So you can just kind of like, okay, the Brussels sprouts, they've been in there for a couple days. I need to finish those before I move on to something else. You know, something easy, something plain, not too fancy. We don't need colors and stickers and all that. Just like a quick reference is really good. I probably should do that today. Yeah, take my own advice. And then here in the pantry, I always have some pastas on hand. Where's my rice? I've got some rice down here I need to put in a container. I don't know where my rice container went. I'm usually more organized than this, but I always have like some sauces, some salsas, because I like to throw this in the crock pot with some chicken and shred it for tacos or burritos or nachos. It's always good to have like chicken breasts on hand and just throw this in the crock pot. And you can actually separate it into different meals and freeze it and just heat it up when you are ready to have like a Taco Tuesday type of night. But I love having just certain things on hand that I can make easy, quick meals. And a tip, after I'm done with some steak or some tri-tip that I have left over, we make yummy tri-tip grilled cheese sandwiches that are to die for on the flat grill. I have a little butter on the outside and just repurposes those leftovers. So good. Then we got some potatoes here because that's always good to just throw in the crock pot with some salt and pepper and some Italian seasoning to make a really good like homemade home style potato to go on the side of the protein. So my main tip is always make sure you have the main healthy protein or staple on hand ready to go so that the sides are just easy and quick to whip up. You don't always have to have like a perfect list or a perfect chart and have everything planned out accordingly. I keep the variety of P.O.Box meats in my freezer and I just grab it out whenever I need it the night before to make sure that it's defrosting in the refrigerator overnight, so it's easy to just throw on the grill in the afternoon for a weekend lunch or throw in the crock pot in the morning so it can slow cook all day to eat it after practice, or to have it ready to go so I can just cook it up for a quick easy dinner and just add vegetables and sides and things like that to it. If you guys have any other tips and tricks on meal planning for large families, let me know down below in the comments. I love learning things from you. I'm not a know-it-all. I would love to learn some of your guys' tips and tricks, and then I can share it with others in my next meal planning type of video. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. You got this, mama. Keep doing what you're doing. You were doing really, really good. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Thank you.